Hey, welcome everybody here once again in another session, and we've been discussing RBI Grade B previous year questions. Every single possible variation we've been discussing here, and we will discuss. Welcome all of you present out here, starting this session in seconds. Just a sec. Let's go straight. Welcome Isha, Ankita, Suman, Pranjal, Kamran Sir, Jai Hind, Yashwanti, Rinkal, Pradeep, Palak, Har Har Mahadev, Praykta, good evening, welcome from my side. Let's start the session. Before which, I would love to say we have this one-on-one mentorship program for RBI Grade B 2025, in which ex-RBI Grade B AIR1 will guide you the best he can. You will have monthly one-on-one sessions with the mentors. You will have one-on-one super mentor sessions with the ex-AIR1 in RBI Grade B study group, guided by mentors, customized study plan and progress tracking, and live classes, notes, books, mock tests, and everything such. So one who is willing to is all welcome at RBI Grade B mentorship program here in this batch. Also for tier 1, for tier 2, say for phase 1 and phase 2 also. All welcome for other regulatory body examinations also. Let's start the session without any delay. Act as per the instructions. Yeshi. Perfect. The food there is so bad you won't even think of going back there for anything else. The food or anything there is so bad you won't even think of going back there for anything else now. Perfect. And C&D also. The fast food joints in India are increasingly becoming popular, and the main reason behind them getting popular is the emergence of students community in hostels across the country. So both of these make this a meaningful paragraph. A and E, C and D, we don't have all of these. We have this supposed to be the answer. If I say honestly, they must be grammatically correct, the very first thing. Otherwise, they are just the column-based questions we used to have in schools, slightly above that. Objections welcome. Next, act accordingly. Welcome, Har Har Mahadev. Good evening. Icha. Sakshi. Putting all the variations possible from PYQ of RBI Grade B. Another one. You can't say deal in because the meaning of deal in is to have business. My father deals in all these things. That is going to have business, but the meaning of deal with is to manage, to cope up and such. So here His hierarchy of needs states that we must satisfy each need in turn, starting with the first, dealing in the most obvious needs of survival itself. So we can't say deal with, we can't say deal in because that is to have business and all. We have to deal with all the needs and such. So this is going to be deal with. So you can drop this, improvement is required, can drop this, improvement required. The starting tone of the author is all fine, starting with the first one first, that way dealing with. So we can start with the first, which deals with the most obvious needs of survival itself, starting with the first, which deals with the most obvious needs of survival. First, starting with the one that deals with the most obvious needs is also okay, won't say, but as per the tone of the author, he himself is correct over here. He needs some changes over there. So can make that in the first one. If I say the third one, to be honest, in this case, starting with the first is all fine, which is dealt. No, 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 need not be passive. We are going to deal with this. It need not be dealt in that way. So this passive is redundant here, making the first one the most appropriate choice. Your doubts, welcome. Another one. Good evening, welcome. Quick. Actually, B should be a better choice as per the tone of the author. He has marked, the parallel construction, the parallelism they say. An individual's behavior may change over time. It may become this, it may become that, but the author is not using finite verbs for that. He has stopped using finite verbs here. Your behavior may change, becoming bizarre, so matching this parallel construction here. Becoming bizarre if medication is stopped, and becoming returning should be here, and returning closer to normal when receiving appropriate treatment. If the medication is stopped, it becomes bizarre, and if we receive appropriate treatment, it returns closer. We can't have a finite verb over there. Returns closer. I hope you got that. Becoming and the parallel construction with the help of becoming here. So your behavior may change over time, comma, becoming this if such happens, and becoming this if such happens, in the same tone. End is all fine. Ing must be there, which is over. After returning close to normal, no. If this happens, it will become this, and if this happens, it will become that. So no need to put after returning and such. Be the better one. Objections welcome. Next. Welcome. There's a space in between. Kindly bear with me for that. Can't be left entirely to the action and volition of political leaders. Need not mark could because that is all fine. Quick. That is actually no error because that's all fine. You can go through this. Building peace and transcending regional and global conflicts cannot be left completely to the action and volition of or the notion, the will of the political leaders. That means we cannot leave building peace and transcending those conflicts entirely to the will of the political leaders. We can't leave that completely to the will of the political leaders. That's all fine. Building this and transcending that cannot be left completely, entirely to the action and volition of those political leaders. All fine. Need not change that. Next. Thank you. And respect from my side. Done. Quick. Some of you 1 week ago had a class in the evening at 6, if I'm not wrong, on prepositions. On prepositions. You are correct, absolutely, Nancy. This tantamount to, which is equal to, and that's a preposition here. It takes a noun after this. Words like look forward to, with a view to, accustomed to, addicted to, prone to, subject to, object to, and such. In the same list, we have harmful to, detrimental to, prone to, susceptible to, tantamount to, detrimental to, and such. That's a preposition here. Equals to this, equals to that, and prepositions take an object after them. That's not the infinitive marker here. So this is equal to supporting this and that. That is tantamount to supporting should be here. Just make the correction. Need not change the tone of the author. Opposing free trade, some say, is equal to supporting economic justice. Injustice. All equal. Change in theme now. Act accordingly. Radhe Radhe. Good evening. Both of you. Quick. Radhe Radhe. Welcome. The IMF has pressed Pakistan to improve tax revenue collection. Pakistani rupee had depreciated by 30% against dollar. So the second one has a blunder, need to be corrected. That means the second one here, or the second one here, or the second one here. You can't say all are correct. You can't say only the third one. Next also. Perfect. The rating, which is a singular subject, how would I say were, was, second and third, both. The top auditor must rescue himself from auditing the deal. The Congress has claimed that the previous deal includes a technology transfer agreement with HAL. The NDA has not disclosed the details of the price as of yet. Downgrade, the opposite of upgrade. We have to upgrade our mobile phones, make them better. Downgrade, make that worse. Actually, we are talking about the previous deal. You can't mention that in present tense. You were there and your previous job is with that company. Your previous job, previous, was with that company. Previous job, it belongs to past, not present. That's how it is going to be the previous deal. If it belongs to present, can't be with the previous one in that way. All are fine, but the Congress has claimed that the previous deal had this or that, not has. The previous deal should be in past, just the second one. The Rafale issue was raised before the Supreme Court, which did not find, any substance in the allegations. This is only a designation given to the senior most, ignore the error of punctuations, they always say, secretary in the finance ministry. Under the original proposal, 18 planes were to be procured in a fly away condition. No error, nothing such here. All are correct. Can I have a look again? The Rafale issue was raised before the Supreme Court, which didn't find any substance in the allegation. If we mention the only, then we will have a couple of articles. The only person who can do this, the only man, the only job, etc. We are putting an article for the noun, but here, no need to be sorry. We already have an article here. So this is the only designation, you can say. This is only a designation. We have an article, so can't insert another one. Yep. And under the proposal, the planes were to be procured in a flyaway condition. All fine. Go through this close test. In simple words, you can say, but act accordingly always. I think you have got the theme. Let's eliminate. Absolutely, because the thing is, after the word all, if you put an uncountable noun, all milk, because we can't transform milk in a plural form. Otherwise, you have to put a plural noun if that is countable. We can't say all the boy, all the boys, all the people, all the nations, etc. And consideration is a singular noun. After all, that has to be plural, so replacement is required. But we have to match the theme of the author as well. Former RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan's note of caution, his note of caution on the next financial crisis can be building up, needs to be taken in all. We'll have to take that into consideration. So that has to be taken seriously that way. Constitution, production, surrender also. Stability, we have to take that with all seriousness. Absolutely. Perfect. Next. We have to take his note of caution. It needs to be taken in all stability. We don't take someone's word with stability. Either we take them seriously, Shikha, or we ignore them, we give them a cold shoulder. Stability is not the word how we take someone's note of caution. And that's once again a countable noun, has to be in a plural form. Stability is in that way. In his note of caution to the Parliament's Estimates Committee on Bank Non-Performing Assets, he has, thank you, Pragati, determined, this is easy in my opinion. Sandeep, unstoppable. Yep, flag. Don't we mark the red flag, blue flag, green flag, whatever you say. We also flag something as inappropriate and something such. Every YouTube video, if I'm not wrong, has the option to flag it. If you wish to remove that, take that video down, you think something is inappropriate here, maybe sexual content, maybe some offensive, maybe some harmful, maybe threatening, etc. So that's the flag we say. No, Kamran sir. Thing is, that is his note of caution, defining some sort of trouble. And why Mr. Raghuram Rajan, although the ex-governor, will establish, make firm sources of trouble? Kamran sir? The theme is he has blank space, three major sources of trouble. The theme is negative, and nobody, and the governor of RBI can't establish, make firm trouble. He can highlight that caution or trouble and things like that. Welcome, no problem. We won't be utilizing troubles. We won't be determining those, or determining, I think, establishing them, guessing them. That's the governor. We can't put words like guess and such for them. No, he can just mark, highlight, flag. Okay. Three sources of trouble. Mudra credit, which is basically small ticket loans granted to micro and small enterprises, contributing to farmers through Kisan credit cards. Thank you. No. The first thing is, Sandeep, help is a transitive verb. You can't say, I was helping to him, I helped him. Helping farmers could have been a possibility, but that is too fixed after that. So you can't use help here in case you wish to. The thing is, we are giving credit to them. And what is credit? Is that contributed? Absolutely. We lend money. Credit, mudra, money is given. So give, such a word should not be there. The more appropriate one, that is lend. Can you lend me some money? I think we know. Can you lend me some money? So they are given loans, money, credit, and credit is lended. Money is lended that way. Lent, I think. I think third form. I'm sorry for that. We don't borrow, which is basically loans given to those enterprises, lending to farmers through Kisan credit card. But better choice. Next. I'm sorry for saying lended. That should have been lent. Checking. Yes, the past and past participle go lent. Sorry. These loans have been sanctioned under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, which aims to fund the unfunded. These loans have been sanctioned, so you have to mark something which can be more appropriate if, of course, loans are sanctioned. Of course, loans are sanctioned. That means I went to a bank in order to get some loan. Either they agreed to give me loan, the loan has been sanctioned. So that's the most appropriate word for loan sanctioning. No, process a loan will be to process. That means I went to SBI, but probably they are not giving me loan. They sent me to, say, RBI. Then that's how the whole process went through in that way. Loans are sanctioned. Colloquially, I can say. And that's a signature scheme of the NDA government. That's whatever you say. Hmm. Actually, trademark is the one which is copyrighted in that way, registered trademark. Don't you see this copyright sign? See this way in your keyboard as well, and this TM. So this is registered trademark. If I wish to use the logo of Apple, I cannot, because that is a registered trademark. I can't trade with the help of that. They have authorized it. But that's a scheme. Schemes can't be trademark, but they can be the signature, the best scheme, defining all these things. Registered trademark, they say. So there is no improvement once again. Promising, loyal, capable, no. Schemes, trademark could have been a possibility, but that's how you have to make it registered. Need not register a scheme and such. That's a signature scheme, the best scheme they have. That was easy in my opinion. Loans are sanctioned. Signature step of a dancer. Signature step of a dancer. And if that was trouble, we need to take care of that. Can't establish them. And his note of caution, the first one also, should be taken with all seriousness. We should seriously take his note of caution into consideration. I won't say that. Thank you. Everybody here who has been a student of mine, remember? Enter, on and upon, I make you write. Three forms. Enter, which is a transitive verb. When you enter a building, a hotel, a room, that's transitive, does not take any preposition. Enter into is to make some pact, is to make some legal agreement. And this way, India and China have entered into Hero and Honda. have entered into. Say Maruti and Suzuki have entered into, but there's another one. Enter, on and upon. To start, begin, undertake, and that way. Quick. I have no time to engage in tittle tattle. What should I say for tittle tattle? The gossip. Gossip, a better word I can mark. I don't want to be engaged in all these things. The president has just moved on another term of office. There's a narrow bridge ahead. You should ease down. She laid aside this to rest her eyes for a moment, and he launched into a long series of excuses for his behavior. Yes, the president has initiated his another term of the office. Remember my example that I make you write? He has started political career, and I make you write, he has entered on or upon a political career. He has started politics. He has entered on and upon politics, this, and that. He has started doing politics in that way. I have no time to engage in all these things. Absolutely correct already. There is a narrow bridge. You should slow down. You should ease down. Already correct. She put aside her knitting to rest for a moment. I'm putting aside whatever I was doing to rest for some time. That is all fine. And he launched into a long series of. This is also to start something, but violently, maybe energetically. This is not used for business, for jobs, for another term of office and such purposes, but that is particularly used for all these things. He has started business. The new traffic rules will be entered on and upon pretty soon. So start something, doing something energetically. This is this. And he started making excuses for his behavior. So that is all fine. Change, move on, which is to move on. Sometimes quit as well. Profit from. When I tried to lift the cup, the handle came off. The army was pulled off from the valley after the battle. His protracted illness has pulled him down a lot. I have immensely salvaged from her sound advice. He worked hard to provide for his large family. Absolutely. When I tried to lift the cup, the handle came off, detached. Yep. The army was pulled off from the valley after the battle, removed from the valley after the battle. So that's all fine. His illness has pulled him down a lot, made him weak, feeble, and such, frail and such. So that is all fine. He worked hard to provide for, that is all the fine as provide, his large family, to help his family, to support his family in that way. All fine. All the examples over there. Just D needs to be changed. The meaning of salvage is to evacuate, is to rescue someone from something. Absolutely, we get profit from somebody's sound advice, even advice. Salvage is to rescue, and there is nothing like rescue operations for some flood, volcano, say earthquake, and nothing such. I have immensely profited myself from her sound advice. So yes, we get profit from somebody's advice, the most appropriate one. You have to highlight, consider, I'm sorry, I am highlighting the first ones. Once again, word swap. No. We need not think of grammar because that is in the raw form here, raw form. You can transform this anyway, participle, gerund and such. You have to pick the meaning. Once you put it here, I agree to what you say. Once you put it here, you can transform that. I have immensely benefited, profited, from her advice. So that'll go okay. To bear the palm. Nancy, please check. B-E-A-R. Bear the palm. To be successful. To come off with flying colors is to be successful. I don't remember. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. AC first. As the destruction of habitat, biodiversity loss, expose humans to, that's also a fixed form, expose humans to more diseases and diseases that spread. I think this should be here, that should be here. AC, just available in one. Done. Is BD correct? Yes. The destruction of habitat and biodiversity loss expose human to some diseases that spread from animals to humans. A key program is to study the spread of these diseases and suggest some ways, measures to control them. Has been in the works in India since 18. Perfect. Maybe. I don't remember. I'm sorry. The same way they are highlighted. Kamran sir, absolutely. AB needs to be changed. We have curriculum of the school, the syllabus of the school in that way. So the public schools curriculum included multicultural program. Perfect. A and B, just in one option. Okay, two over there. C need not be changed. C need not be changed. The public schools curriculum included multicultural program, and the curriculum that taught students C is all fine. Don't touch C. Do not touch C. Just one option now with A, B. Okay. About ethnic. Ethnic is an adjective. Prepositions don't have adjectives as the object. There should be a noun. So they are teaching the students about the inventors from different ethnic backgrounds. That's a better choice now. Ethnic background. Why not BD, B, and D? Fine, but A will be horrible. We can't have multicultural adjective after the possessive form. Schools multicultural what? There must be a noun here. B will only be at position A. Otherwise, at A, we don't have any other word as a noun to define school's curriculum, syllabus, and that. No. A better choice. Shikha Nancy. Yep. With its diverse world, a city cannot have a world. A city cannot have a world. A needs to be changed. Cities is impossible. B needs to be changed. A, B, both needs to be changed. We don't have B here, just one combination with both of these. Done. Let's verify. With its diverse population, yeah, a city can have population, a city can't have world of its own. So with its diverse population, the city, BD, is considered one of the most cosmopolitan cities. Fine. One of the takes a plural noun, a singular noun must be there. BD. Done. In the world. In the world. In the world. So it is considered one of the most cosmopolitan cities in the world. Fine. Perfect. Most cities, this city is its population in the world. To restrict the study to the compliant patients, only those completing a second department at the outpatient visit were included. Perfect. Yep. To restrict the study to the compliant patients, that means A is all fine. Only those completing a second department, only those completing a second is all fine, I think. Completing something. A second department. We can't complete a department. Only those completing a second visit at the department were included. So those were included. E fine, A fine. Don't touch A and E. Do not touch A and E. Now BC is also remaining. B and C. Those completing a second, B is all fine. Just CD left. A second visit at the department, outpatient department, were included. Yep. Last. Second visit, a better choice. Yep. Perfect. Negotiations are, it's better to say, because we can't make any change over there. That is the word swap, not the error detection. Fine. D in place of A. Just one option. It should be AD? Yes, of course it is. As the negotiations are at a delicate stage, the senior staff at the observatory preferred to make no comment when contacted yesterday. We have covered almost 100 questions in last 4 sessions. The column based again, along with any other thing, because we have combinations, either AE alone, all of these, or AE and BD. Isha, better choice. Thank you. There was a biographical note about the author on the back of the book. If you make a note of the author on the back of the book, all fine. AE. BD now. His research is at the cutting edge of the new therapies for the disease. So research at the cutting edge for the disease is all fine. BD is also correct. Now CF, I have no idea how to set off changing a tire on a car. Seems horrible. CF shouldn't be there. No. It should be charges in my opinion. Yes, I think that should be the answer. I need to confirm once. I am skeptical a little. The more precious the metals that go into the making of the alloy, the higher are the charges. AF is not available in the options. Drop it. That was also grammatically wrong. We must ensure tourism develop in harmony with the environment. Okay, B and E, not bad. And the government is being widely criticized in the press for the steps. Fine, I'll check this once. I don't remember this. Either I skipped it, couldn't read this, or anything such. I'll check. You go ahead next. 97 it was. Just a sec. You can go ahead. I'll check and answer. You are absolutely correct. Absolutely. But that was not available in the options, Radhika. And that was grammatically wrong also. Higher are the charges. We can't say charge is higher. Have to say charge are higher. We can't say charges are higher in that way. AECF. I haven't gone through this. AECF. If you are saying, let's have a look. This method was criticized for being wasteful and causing inconvenience to the common man. All fine. The method is criticized for being wasteful and causing inconvenience to the common man. AE, fine. CF, the portal aims at improving the availability of coal to the consumers. Perfect. Okay, finishing things off with this para-jumble. I have taught this in my classes, regular also. Quickly, one can go through this. Last today. Some of you have gone through this in the classes, if you remember. Yes. Yes, Muskan. Perfect. Be the ending one. Yep. It's okay to say CA. There's another statement in between. I'll explain in 2 minutes why. You can insert that. There's a statement in between C and A. Of course, A is coming after C, but there's a better choice in between. Now that's a trademark, the registered trademark that we were putting over there. But that was a signature step. A policy can't be registered in that way. No. Now, last 1 minute and I explain all. Yashwanti has a better choice. Muskan, great. I think somebody has the correct answer. Shikha, last doubt to you. This is a reason marked by the officials. Can you define some reason marked by them so that I can put this after that sentence? Yes, of course. think about this. It's not that easy. We can find the same words written here and there. My camera is off. Just give me 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds, please. See, we don't have direct keywords marked. This is there, this is here, that is here. And generally, all of you know, we start with the acronyms. No, we start with the full description first, like Prime Minister Narendra Modi has stated, should have been the first statement. Here, the whole passage is talking about GI, 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 GI. Now, what that GI is marked in statement D. So I think D should be the first one. Listen to me carefully with maturity. I'm not saying D is the first one. I think D should be the first one. Because it has the description of what GI is, which has been discussed throughout the passage. Say Geographical Indications Registry. That has the description of the word GI used all across the passage. But the problem is D is starting with some link before that. This is a reason presented by the officials while assigning GIs at this or that. Now I'll have to look for some reason which is marked, because I can't start with the first statement like, this is why I came late today. What's the reason I came late today? Need to mention that first. We should have some reason that was presented by the officials while they were assigning GIs at this, and they were assigning GIs over here, and of course the same officials that presented us with some reason. So the same statement can be marked before that. The officials who handed out the GI trademarks, they believe they have the authority to push up the number of GIs it awards while ignoring the rules that govern its issuance. Assigning, issuing, handing them out, they are the same. So D has a statement which can come before that, C. Otherwise, D is the first one talking about geographical indications called GI discussed across the passage. I hope that is okay. Moving ahead further, they feel they do this, they have done that, you can mark the same statement. Let's pick what Muskan said. She said B should be the last statement. The result of this belief is that today India has more than 600 products in defiance of logic, rules, and any rationale. The result of this belief, a couple of keywords it marks. The first thing is that should be last because it is the resulting statement. It is also defining some sort of belief that you must mark somewhere in the passage. And I have the belief here in E. So both of these must be together. However, they seem to believe, that's the belief we can mark there. They believe in numbers. They made people jostle for the GI label. In the mistaken belief, once again they have marked. In the mistaken belief that it would magically boost the businesses. And of course, that is boosting the businesses. We have more than 600 GI products over there. So E will take B, C is taking D, just a couple of sentences left. You were talking about officials handing out, officials sending this or that. One more statement talking about the officials. A. They have worked against the rules. You are working ignoring the rules, you are working against the rules, the same tone continuing further. Which state GI is given to goods where a given quality and reputation are drawn for the geographic location. Now you are talking about GI that is given to goods where a given quality and reputation are drawn from this. You are further defining the GI tag in F because that's the only statement left, cannot be at the beginning, cannot be at the end, maybe here. I'll talk about officials first, A, yep, and then the GI tag that you have marked. Done. Objections welcome. I hope we shouldn't have any. If you have, can mark. See, D is the first one. I will still say geographical indications, but that marks some reason presented by some officials while assigning. So the officials who were assigning this trademark, they believe that they have this or that or that. That's the reason marked by them. They are working ignoring the rules, against the rules, done. The GI is given, that's the tag for this. However, they have the mistaken belief, and the result of the belief is this: CDAFEB, CDAFEB. Thank you so much for being here. Would love to see you in the next session if there is. But till this session, I can heartily say I have presented you with all the variations, nuances, patterns asked in RBI Grade B examination. I hope these sessions are fruitful. Comments welcome from all of you, and at least having a look at the live comments. Thank you, everybody here. Muskan, Prayakta, Nitesh, Komesh, Prayakta, Suman, Sandeep, Yashwanti. Phenomenal once again, Sandeep. Ishan, NC, and everybody here watching it live or watching it later. Thank you. See you pretty soon in the next session. Radhika. Okay. See you. Thank you. Uma. Radhe Radhe, and thank you so much for the appreciation. Thanks a lot. Kalpana. Thank you. See you.